Motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Yes, indeed. Season 4. We back in the dough, and you better let us in. Yes. Make sure you bookmark this site, motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. And of course, when you want to get some cute cannabis gear, you turn to shop.spreadshirt.com/MSM gear. Of course, we are having a sale at the moment, but by the time season 4 kicks in, we might not be having a sale. But either way, you should support. You should be checking out season 4, and you should be in the door with us, because motherhood, sex, marijuana is back, bitches. Ha ha!
Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Hey ladies, 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 beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies.
Yo, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace, embrace the beauty beyond the frame, tickle the mind, stay straight in the
Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Ruby's running a little late, a couple of mom issues, but it's okay. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so we're gonna just go ahead and get started, and hopefully she'll chime in, while we're talking, and if not, then we'll make it a show either way. You feel me?
Sounds good to me.
I appreciate you. So we're going to get the show started by saying motherhood, sex, marijuana is in the motherfucking building. And of course, we have here Baked by Her Highness. And how we found out about Baked by Her Highness, I think either y'all sent us an email, or maybe we reached out. Either way, High Mind can't remember every detail. We just not gonna try to do that. We're not doing that. But yes, this is going to be another legendary show for season 4, because season 4 is out the door. And now I'm going to be quiet and let you introduce yourself and introduce your company. And yes, let's get this started.
Hi, everyone. My name is Wimberly. I am the owner of company Baked by Her Highness. We teach people how to make edibles, you know. And we actually met at the cannabis business convention at Jacob Javits. Yeah,
Okay,
it was.
that's how. Okay, so then we met in person. You just haven't met
Mhm.
Ruby because Ruby wasn't there.
Yeah,
She's
no,
on the West Coast. Okay, that's what's up.
it was dope. What a dope event. Like, I met so many people there, but yeah, it was so cool to like meet you.
Indeed, and cool to meet you. So, wait, did you happen to go to the boat ride as well?
No, because I have a baby. Well, he's not a baby, but he's 4.
Uh-huh.
But he's still my baby. So already me being at the convention as it was like already time away from him. So I couldn't really, do the boat. Did you do the boat party?
Oh yeah, me and my husband, we did the boat ride. It was big fun, actually. I
Yeah.
mean, because first of all, when we bought the tickets, we we
Hmm.
we only really wanted to go to the boat party. We wasn't really interested in too much of what was going on at the convention at Jacob Javits, but yeah, we went to the boat party. It was a real good time, to be honest with you. We met
Yeah.
a lot of different people, and it's to the point where I'm hoping that the CWB Expo actually has that boat ride again, because we'll definitely be trying to go to that.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe next year if they do it again, definitely in there because I saw videos of it, like the sunset and just yeah. Who doesn't want to like smoke weed on a boat?
Exactly. Smoke weed on a boat with a whole bunch of grown people that are going to be smoking weed on
Mhm.
the boat as well. It was open bar, and they had food there. The food was actually good. And the bar was very much flowing because Shoot, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yes.
my husband is definitely was a big fan of that open bar.
Me too. I mean, I wasn't there, but I love an open bar. So,
So how long have you been in business?
I'd say since 2011, give or take. I mean, it wasn't really a business to start with.
Right.
I got a hold of these Boulder bars from Colorado. They're like chocolate bars, and it's like what the first time that I ever like messed with an edible, and I was like hooked. And I was going to my plug like buying every single week, you know, I'm buying like the whole lot. Like I just was in love with like ingesting it.
Right.
I like smoking too, but like I like being, I like being high like a lot all the time.
Uh-huh.
But then the plug started raising the price on me like a lot. I'm talking about like it went from like 25 to like 40. And then like tried to raise it more, and I'm just like,
Wait,
no.
$25 to $40 for candy?
For like the chocolate bar.
Oh my
And like I would
God.
have to buy it in like bulk, like to get that price. So I'm just like, I can't spend that. Like I love doing this, but at the same time, it's like I need to learn how to make it myself
Right.
because I want this constantly. Like obviously it's something I'm buying all the time. So it's just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And like, growing up, my dad he was a huge pothead. But because I
Mm.
don't really have like a good relationship with him, I kind of had like a negative way of thinking about like cannabis because I'm just like, nah, he's always smoking, like, and I don't like him. But I remember he would make his own butter and he would make like box brownies out of it, right? I never tried it. Like I said, I wasn't really interested in the cannabis part of it, but I did have to do the dishes um after he did that. So I would like
Right.
see like what he did, like like he'd strain it and like I'm just like, oh, okay, that's how you do it. So the first time that I actually made my own butter, I was like thinking about like that and I'm just like, wow, my dad really did teach me something, you know? Um,
That's
and then
what's
after
up.
that, I was just like making a whole bunch, and I wanted to have fresh edibles for myself. So I would basically like give it away to friends for like dirt cheap because I just wanted to keep making it.
Right.
And then that was it. Like I guess the universe does not know right and wrong. It knows like consistency. I was consistently making these edibles. People started noticing, and I'm here, like 10 years later, 11 years later, actually. Like,
That's what's
it's a
up.
good
Because first
feeling.
of all, I mean, one thing, the great points that I heard from what you just said was one, your dad is a pot smoker, therefore pot is welcomed in your family. It's not looked down as as ooh, you're a drug addict and ooh, you're a lazy person and ooh,
Mm,
what I'm saying, obviously it's a welcome entity in your circle.
it's not. It was not a welcome entity. So, like, my
Oh,
dad was
really?
like not like the model child, but in my household, it is.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I'm breaking like the generational like trauma, like
Right,
that's it. Like, there's
curse.
nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I'm getting my mind right.
Mm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I am a better mother, a better business owner, a better like everything partner because of cannabis.
Mm.
And like I'm kinder to myself, honestly,
Indeed.
because isn't that like what it's all about? It starts with yourself. Like I felt like
It's about self-love. It's definitely
Mhm.
marijuana smoking intake, it definitely plays a big part in self-love. You wouldn't be smoking it if you didn't love yourself.
And you know what's funny is that I feel like on like my really bad days when I'm really sad and I'm like down, whatever, I don't touch the plant. So I think it's because like I I have to remind myself that I should, and
Right?
I definitely do. But it's like I guess I think about the plant as something that's happy, something that I love to do. I enjoy it. So like when you're sad and like, you're not thinking about doing happy things, but I have to remind myself, I'm just like, you know what? I gotta get my mind right.
And it does help. It literally will lift your spirits. It will get you to meditate and think about, you know what I'm saying, the pluses and the minuses, you know what I mean? And first, and then on top of the fact that, you'll not only will you process those thoughts, but you'll also, you know what I'm saying, get your mood right, get your mood to do other things, to change, whatever negativity is producing, depression around your circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a lot of things to unpack, like if you grew up at all, you have stuff to unpack. So it's easier to
Mm,
just kind of like, all right, let me focus on what I'm doing right now. Because what happened back then, it's not happening right now.
right.
So I think like staying present also is, you know, big
Hmm.
part of it.
And things happen for a reason too, you know what I'm saying? So either way, the weed led you to start your edibles and start an actual company. Now, are you in a couple of stores? Wait, first of all, because you're located in New York too, right? All
Yes,
right.
we're
So are
located in New
you in
York.
any other stores?
No, we're not in any stores. What I do is that I teach. It's more like a consultation,
Oh,
like um a lot of people, well, they want to get into the business, and I can show you all my tips and tricks. Like I've spent years like basically like doing trial and error, crying in the kitchen, whatever, like wasting so much product. Like you don't have to do that. You can call me and I'll sit with you and I'll show you and I'll tell you exactly how to do things, save money on things. And
nice.
yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. So do you teach classes then, like
Yeah.
actual full classes?
Yes, we can do in person if you're in New York or if you want to pay for my travel. That's cool.
Right, right. That too, that too. But
But
what about like online classes? Because I mean, I
yeah,
know that was big in it with, with the pandemic, everything was online.
yeah, via Zoom. We do a lot of classes via Zoom. I mean, most of the classes are actually via Zoom because of like the pandemic and everything happening, and it's much easier. Um, but I do feel like someone coming into a class like in person, it's
Mm-hmm.
different because I make sure that it's just me and that person,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that's it, just one on one, like we're gonna be there for 4 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever. But if, I tell them before you come in, have a whole bunch of questions for me because you're gonna forget.
Right,
Once we're in the kitchen and once we start like what I call like creating magic, like you're gonna forget about your questions because you're just gonna be like, oh wow, cool. Like I need you to give me those questions. But also you can call me after your class if they come up. But I think it's just better if you have a question and I can kind of show you instead of tell you,
right.
you know.
Exactly.
And I make, yeah, I've created a lot of connections that way. I'm talking about like my clients are my friends. Like we can talk, because cooking together, baking together, I feel like it's a lot of love.
It's definitely an intimate act.
Yeah,
It's definitely an
it
intimate
is.
act. And yeah, you learn by, by actual doing, you know what I mean? I've always felt like in anything, especially, with some things that I truly am passionate about, and I learn faster, I'm able to get into it more if I'm actually doing it, rather than you talking it through me, or I'm reading a book, or even watching a video of it,
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know. It's just nice. It's nice to have that. Like I said, Zoom is cool, and like we can really like kick it through Zoom, whatever. But like face to face, and usually like if there's Zoom, honestly, like and they're like people are in their kitchens, usually their moms also, like their kids be coming around and
Mm-hmm.
it's a little crazy. So like, yeah, sometimes I'll propose like, let's do it late night. That's fine with me because my boy's sleeping too. You know, like those are the best.
Well, that's good, and so and that's your one child. So obviously you concentrate a lot on him,
Yeah.
and so let's ask a question about that now. As far as cannabis and pregnancy, one of the things that we talk about on the show a lot, because you know what I mean. I am a mom of three. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely smoked when I was pregnant. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Ruby has two kids, and she's also pregnant right now. And
Okay.
yeah, you know, so the you know, the desire to smoke is has not dissipated just because of pregnancy. So what's your take on it?
Okay, so the desire to smoke definitely does not dissipate when you're pregnant. I think it's even more like I need to
Mm-hmm.
because I cannot eat. I feel like I'm gonna throw up everything. Everyone is
Mm-hmm.
bothering me. Like, and people keep telling me like, "Oh, don't be so angry. The baby feels it." I'm just like, okay, so let me smoke in peace, you know?
Right.
I did smoke all throughout my pregnancy. I mean, when I found out that I was pregnant, I stopped for like 2 weeks, but I was sick. Hell, like it was the worst. I was like, I can't believe people go through this multiple times. You know, I was like,
Right.
never again. And I was just like not having a good time, you know? Um,
Mm-hmm, girl.
and I remember I was just like, you know what? I was like looking it up. I'm like, if they drug test me, like I'm just gonna have to stop smoking at 6 months. Because then, you know, at 9 months, if everything goes well, then like I will test negative for like
Right.
I was just paranoid, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's this like type of stuff that we gotta deal with. That's crazy. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I can say that the three times, because like I said, I have three girls, and I didn't have to deal with, you know, the doctor looking at me. I mean, I straight up told her, look here, I smoke. Yes, there will be marijuana in my system. You know what I
oh
mean?
wow,
I ain't
okay.
tell her that I was smoking while I was pregnant, but you know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? I definitely mentioned, you know, in the first initial, you know, find out that you're, you know, your pregnant meeting, and they go, you know, what have you been drinking? Have you? It's like, no, I don't really drink, but I do damn sure do smoke weed. And you know, so that's always been a record. Now Ruby, on the other hand, she had a situation with CPS with one of her
Mm.
children, and you know what I mean. And because, like I said, we mentioned it on the show, we've talked to women who've had situations, CPS situations, and it's like at the end of the day, they, you know, the CPS worker does all this searching, all this, you know, you're going through all these emotions, and
Mhm.
you find nothing. You find that the child is fine, you find that the child is being taken care of, and then you realize that you wasted government time being with me searching up in my business when you could have been with somebody's child that's actually getting abused, you know.
I mean,
So
you said it. Like it's true. I was super paranoid, just so paranoid. Like the day of my like labor, I was like, contracting like really close. Like from the
mm-hmm,
beginning, I wasn't even dilated, but I was just like super like close together. And I
right.
remember just thinking like, should I eat an edible? But then I I didn't because I was like, no, they're gonna know I'm high. They're gonna like test me. I should have
Right.
because I ended up having like a C-section because
Oh,
I was just, oh my God, like nervous wreck. Like I could not like, I think a big part of giving birth is being at peace about giving birth. And that's when your body will follow through. And I was
right.
not. I was not high, you
But,
know?
but you were scared too. I
I
mean, because
couldn't get
it was
right.
your first time, so you were scared.
And I feel like I felt like my doctor was rushing me. You know, he popped my like waters. Like my baby was not ready. But He wanted to get that check. Period.
Indeed, because
And so
it is
he
a
did all
rush
that.
thing. It's about, the turnaround.
I just couldn't, like giving birth. I love my boy with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But giving birth to me was a traumatic experience that I think I've just started getting comfortable talking about
I can
because
imagine.
it was crazy. Like I was just like, what's happening right now? Like I threw up twice before giving birth, like before they cut me open. Like I threw up twice. I was just like, what's happening? They already
Yeah,
had something like waiting there. I'm like, what? How did you guys
yeah,
know? Like I was so, I don't know.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I
for
feel
some,
like maybe if
uh,
I ate that edible, I would have been calm, I would have been like, yo, everybody relax.
exactly, exactly. But it was your first time, so and it makes sense that that based on your description of that first time that it took you, it would take you a minute to even try again. Which is my next question: do you want to have more?
No.
She's like, nah. That's I said
No.
nah. Okay,
Um,
nah.
yeah, like my partner and I split up, like, so I'm still kind of like trying to unpack that. But hi, Ruby.
Okay,
Hey,
yes,
what's
we're gonna
up,
jump
Her
in and say
Highness?
so yes, this is let me fully introduce you. This is Ruby Doll. This is my
Hey.
partner in chief when it comes to motherhood, sex, marijuana. And
Hi.
because of mothering things, this is why she is arriving right now. And the question that I was asking her, because she was telling me she has one son, and
Okay.
that delivering that one son was very traumatic. And
Okay.
so in the midst of the trauma, I wanted to know, were you trying to have another one? And she emphatically said, hell no. I'm good
Nah.
on that, player. I'm good.
I'm,
Nah, we not doing that.
I don't know. At a point in my life right now. My son is 4, he's about to be 5. He's starting to become like very independent. I'm finding myself like, now like he is with his dad part-time. I'm out here like just like
Okay.
really loving on myself.
Right.
And I
As you
haven't felt that way in
should.
a long time, like I have not felt that way in a long time.
Ooh, I love
And here I
it.
am,
I am
you
with you.
know.
Shit, go ahead, girl.
Yeah, you know what? More kudos to you. I happen to be pregnant right now, and girl, I'm 39. I'm
Okay,
gonna celebrate my 40th next year,
you're the
and
baby.
I just had an ultrasound today and we were getting back from the whole thing. And I was like, damn, these kids are getting on my motherfucking nerves, man. So they're on the
Yeah.
train and they were grouchy and and it's about nap time. So right when we got home, it's like, take y'all asses to sleep. I got some work to do. So I'm happy to be ignoring them right now. So I feel that very sentiment, especially when I be tired and they be doing their thing. But you know what? I'd rather have them than not. And that's for sure. And even in, this, because I'm co-parenting too. And I just figure once we're at a point where baby daddy is, stable enough to take them on and all that shit, I'd be happy to relinquish all of any responsibilities. But right now, we're just having to figure it out. But I do find myself really depressed when they're not around. So I don't know. It's like a toxic
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah. I
Girl,
understand.
you see, another thing we got to mention is that Ruby's children are quite young. They're all under 10.
Yeah.
So those feelings and emotions, that makes sense. I have a 24-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 7-year-old. When they going, I'm all right. As long as I know they good, I'm good. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you. I'm just saying. You'll be all right.
No,
I'll be all
I
right.
feel that. Me too. I'm all
Okay.
right. I'm all right because you know what? Like, um, my child's father, he's a really good dad, like he like takes him half the time and like makes my son is really well taken care of. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're with your dad.
Are you an Islander? I hear some accent there.
I'm Filipino.
Okay. Have any family in Hawaii?
Maybe I'm Filipino,
Okay.
so I don't know.
Maybe.
Right.
If I do, like, somewhere, like invite me,
Oh my God, that's
you
awesome.
know.
Hey, tell me about Baked by Her Highness. What
Yeah,
did I
because I was going to bring you up to speed. So
Okay.
she teaches classes about making edibles.
Ooh.
Yes, and she started her business 10 years ago.
Okay now.
And she started because her dad was making his own edibles,
Okay.
and basically she started tasting his batter, and then
No, I never tasted it.
wait, but did you say you was doing the dishes and you?
I was doing the dishes, but I saw like what was in it, like that he strained
Oh,
it, whatever.
okay. You just
But I
never
was
was brave
against
enough to
it.
put that to do this, and
Yeah, no,
you
I was
ain't do
against
that.
it.
Oh,
I was against it, and I was always scared that I was gonna get in trouble, like
Oh
if I
shit.
did that. So like that's another reason. Like my friends all smoke, and I was just like, no, because if I come home and I had to be home all the time, and I'm high, like they're gonna wall out on me,
right,
like.
right.
So I was
Oh
scared,
wow.
and also, yeah, against it until I
Hey.
moved out. Until I moved out of my parents, like finally, and then my roommate, who actually was pregnant at the time, she was
Okay.
like, "Do you smoke?" And I'm like, "What? You're pregnant?" Like she was like pregnant,
Right.
And she took me to her closet. She's like, "Let's smoke." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then boom, that was it.
Man, shout out to your dad and shout out to your roommate for reminding
Yes,
you of the good life, right? I'm rolling up right now, girl, and I'm pregnant as fuck.
yeah. I mean,
I
I smoked all throughout my
See,
pregnancy.
and we talked
yeah,
about that too, because I
yeah,
made sure I mentioned that, as a podcast, we talk about that all the time, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because we want women that might be thinking about it or might be saying to themselves, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't. Girl, go on and get your
Go
high on if that's what you need. That's what you need, get your high. Fuck
especially,
on.
dude, these motherfuckers, this I have Kaiser, which I don't, it's hit or miss. Either you love these motherfuckers or you hate them. But I was just taking on the insurance provided for my work because I just felt like since I'm pregnant, I might as well just be covered, right?
Right.
I might as well have state insurance, girl. And this motherfucker at this doctor's appointment had subscribed to me this thing called metronidazole. I don't
Mhm.
know. Metronidazole. Anyways, I looked this shit up, and it's been known to help with with giving people miscarriages. It's one of those pills that says it helps you with one problem, and it gives you like five other problems.
Like
So
like all
I
the shit
hate
that they
Western medicine.
advertise on the TV.
Yeah. I hate Western medicine. So what I do is I medicate with the holistic stuff. And I made sure to use apple cider vinegar from a little bacteria problem in my coochie,
Mhm.
looking for more holistic approaches. I'm not taking
Yeah.
this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck no.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
crazy.
I mean, the fact is, the fact that you can look it up and find that, first of all damn near even aspirin got some
Yeah.
kind of side effect on the side that you just, you know what I mean? Aspirin ain't even made the same no more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like you gotta watch what they give you, and never mind the fact that not you already know that the government and all these drugs and the pharmaceutical people, they all in cahoots.
Yeah.
They don't care about making sure people are good and are healthy. They just want people to keep coming back to the doctor.
Exactly, because that is the one of the actually the biggest one of the biggest scams that there is in the US is our pharmaceutical industry. And
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the most grossing businesses that we have, and it's also a gross business. Yes. So I'm so glad, and no way that I think that smoking is just cool and the answer. I just prefer to smoke blunts. Now, I wish again that I didn't like blunts, but hey, it helps me with the food aversions that I've been having, the nausea, the headaches, the mood swings, and my kids getting on my motherfucking nerves. So it's like it's so beneficial. So what is your favorite product that you make, Her Highness?
I think, okay, the product that I like making the most is definitely the tres leches cake. I think that
Ooh.
every time, like let's say I go to an event and I bring that around, like yeah, like I get a lot of
Yo.
jobs.
Okay.
Not for nothing.
Tres
Not for
leches.
nothing. I think I had, matter of fact, I think the cake I had for my birthday was a tres leche kind of cake. Baby, that cake was good as a motherfucker.
Now,
If shoot, put some weed in it.
Oh,
Wait a
Lord.
minute.
God bless you.
That sound like fun. Wait
What
a minute.
what are we talking about in terms of dosage? How do you properly dose and make sure you don't overdose?
There you go.
I mean, everything is to me is all calculated. Like there's a mathematical way of doing everything. I'm precise with the scale. I am precise with numbers. You know what I mean? That's part of the consultation.
And overdose is such a bad word. I should say over medicate or over, put too much of the how many milligrams per cake, let's say?
I'll do 75 per cake. And it's a small cake. It's a small cake. So, I mean, if you really needed more, you could just eat more. It's not like a huge cake. So, and I do them in little cookies too. So,
and where do you live?
Now she live out here in New York.
Oh shit!
Yeah, apparently me and her met at the CWCB Expo.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So what licenses and permits did you have to get for that?
I don't have one.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
I wasn't selling anything. I wasn't selling anything there, and I don't sell anything. So I was just there, and I had my products out, like what I can make. And so people were like, "Are you selling this?"
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, "No, but I can teach you how to do it."
Oh, there's that loophole right there.
You can create a business. You can do this. Like this cake that you see right here, I can show you exactly how to do it step by step.
Okay.
That it's gonna be a copy of mine.
Okay. And how much would you charge? Do you do groups or one-on-one?
No, it's one-on-one.
Okay.
And right now it's like a 4-hour class. One-on-one is $500.
Oh,
right. And
get it.
You come in, you come in and like I have a kitchen, I have all the equipment, everything that we need, and then everything that we make that day you keep anyway.
Okay. And where do you get your weed from?
I plead the fifth.
I'm about to say,
just
Ruby. Ruby, this is. Remember, we in New York City where the places that we buy the weed at is supposed to be not open. So according to the news,
there's a couple,
and posts and all them people, they say that the dispensaries are illegal, therefore they don't exist, therefore you shouldn't be buying from them. No, that's what they say, but them people be open every day by 10 a.m. What? 10 a.m.
Can I ask you something? Have you ever bought anything from like those dispensaries? Like, because I've never done it. Because I don't want. I've never done it.
So wait, where? I mean, not to ask you where you get. So you got a plug, obviously. You got somebody that's bringing you your shit, and that's wonderful. But hell yeah, but stop playing.
I've never done that. No, because I always have weed on me. Like it's like I don't know. It's like an oxygen tank for me. I need it. I need my weed. So I always have like a couple of eighths.
Okay.
And like a grinder, like everything. Like I lose my keys before I leave my weed. Like it's so crazy. It's like that. Because if I lose my keys and I don't have weed, like it's the end of the world. Like I'm just gonna cry.
No,
but if I lose my keys, and I have my weed, I can at least smoke and be like, all right, let me backtrack real
Exactly.
quick.
Let me
You
backtrack
know,
and figure out where them
backtrack.
keys are, or I'm just gonna have
So,
to call a locksmith, one or the other. But you'll
Oh my
probably be able
Lord.
to decide some shit. But no, honestly, girl, I shoot. Shit. First of all, I don't know if you can see this, but I got a light from Weed World. And okay,
wow.
oh, okay, and at the CWB Expo when shit they were there, and I won a weed jacket. I actually won a one of the
Wow.
nice little ass jackets.
Shit.
So never mind the fact that shoot because of the daily news and the news always talking about the dispensaries. Shoot, when they put them people names in bold face street, ain't nothing but to do but to go to Google and be like, Google, what's that address? Where they at? What they hours is? And I goes there and I will buy it. And
And
some
it's
of them
good.
I honestly I have had to call them out based on, they try to, play with the weight because we here at Kai Storm World, we have, husband has a scale and we will show it up and be like, look
Oh.
here, this says
And call these
6.9 when it
motherfuckers
should be
out.
7.0. And we don't like this, and we're not gonna buy from you if you keep doing 6.9 when we want 7.0 and we paying for 7.0. So
Don't be doing that, y'all.
never mind the fact that, like I said, the shoot, people have, people automatically see us and well, at least see me, because sometimes I'll have the Motherhood Sex Marijuana shirts and be like, yo, there's a dispensary such and such place, or here there's a flyer. You know what I mean? There's a whole block. Shoot. First of all, you from New York. I could tell you Bedford Avenue. Have you been to Bedford Avenue?
Yeah.
Check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm saying I've seen they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And
Exactly.
I'm in Queens, so like in Astoria, like everywhere. There's places that like in the awning, it will have a cannabis leaf. I'm just like, okay,
Exactly.
wild. I'm like, cool. But I've never personally gotten anything from
That's
because I always have my own. So, but I think
it.
now I just want to know, is it good? Because I feel like whatever I have is gonna be better than yours. So I don't know.
Girl,
Hey,
who you fucking with? We need to talk on
well, hey,
camera.
obviously you got the
Shit.
plug,
You
which even
know?
sounds like, say
I
we
don't,
might need to, I don't understand. We might need to, I don't understand, meet up or something. I don't understand, switch numbers out because you
Yeah.
obviously got the plug. But what
You
I'm
got
telling you
it.
is that out of all the stores that I've been to, I could personally recommend a couple of stores. I'm gonna tell you right now, Weed World is definitely getting better at it.
really.
You know what I'm saying? Up the block. I haven't been there in a while, but they got a spot for indoor cannabis. And it's right up the block from Weed World. Then they got this one spot that I tell you right now, these people get the Get Money Award of all time. What you call it? Empire
Street lawyer
Cannabis Club.
services. Oh, never mind.
Empire Cannabis Club get the Get Money Award of all time. Why? Because Empire Cannabis Club charge you a price at the door. You got to pay them to come in the building.
It's like $40, right?
Weed. So you paying a door price like you going to the club, and then
Yeah, because they're saying now you're a member. Now you're a member.
Yeah, you gotta be a member. But that's my point is you paying a price to walk in the door. You pay immediately. So I can tell you that I can tell you them places. I mean, even Empire got some good ganja. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, Kyle let you know, man. So
yeah, all you gotta do is check out all you gotta do is check out our channel. I talk about a lot of motherfuckers that I buy from on a regular basis on our channel. If they weed is good, I'll let people know the weed is good. If the weed is crap, guess what? I'm gonna tell people, nah, don't buy from that motherfucker. That weed crap and his weight is wrong. All that. I don't play that shit. You know what I mean?
I be one to give my spirit fingers go off when I go to an eating establishment. I don't like how they do me, especially. Ooh, you better watch out. Some person thought I was transient the other day because I just rolled out of bed, went to go get some food real quick. It was a little, it was a little Italian eatery, But oh, I went off on their ass on a review because it's like, no, bitch, you're not going to be doing me like that. And shame on you for promoting, anything. They have all these posters in their wall, like they're down for human rights and shit. You guys are a fucking bunch of liars. And I put a review on there. And I don't know where I was going with that, but as speaking of reviews and advertising, what methods of marketing do you use and find effective?
Really, Instagram. Instagram is great because you can.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm being old because people keep telling me, "Oh, you should do a TikTok," and I'm just
No,
like,
we don't do TikTok.
I'm like, oh my god, like I'm in my 30s, baby. Like TikTok, like I feel like I need to help. Like
Hey.
I need help with that. I don't know. That's a lot, but like Instagram has been good because there's a lot of entrepreneurs
Right.
and Instagram that are also looking and they want to learn.
And word of mouth, word of mouth, I'm sure has sustained you because you don't stay in business for 10 years for nothing. So what are you doing that's so amazing other than Instagram and delivering a good product?
I mean, I guess, yeah, like genuine connection,
That's right.
like my lessons are one-on-one.
I love
It's
that.
just me and you. Like you can bring a friend if you want, but like
Wouldn't they
I'd
have
much
to pay
prefer.
an extra $5 though?
Nah, like they're not gonna be part of the like they're just like chill there, they're
Right.
not part of the lesson.
Got you.
Right. Okay.
Could people bring their children if their children are well behaved?
No,
Okay.
no,
All
no.
right.
Because the thing is that like we're still dealing with cannabis
True.
and manufacturing it, like
Yeah.
basically,
Okay.
So like I just wanna like all the things that can get me in trouble.
Right. So when you teach in your class, your son is not nowhere near, he's away and stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
Good.
like I don't do it from my home. Like I have a kitchen.
Oh shit, get it. We gotta visit your kitchen.
Yeah, it's like it's a commercial kitchen, so it's not like I was trying to do it from my home, but like there's a big like it's hard to set boundaries when you're working from home. And like you're just working so much. I
Especially
couldn't
when
at
it
one
comes
point.
to food products and like actual, like when it comes to serve or like writing, maybe you can get away with that at home and shit. But with products, I get you. Oh damn, that's so amazing. So okay, so check this out. If we had an idea, right, where somebody like an edible idea, do you take samples or it's just based off of what you make solely?
I mean, I have a pretty big like menu, I guess, like things that I make all the time.
Okay.
I just show people basic, like really the most basic ways of doing things, so that like breaking it down like step by step, to which if you wanted to make your own whatever, put your own twist in it, like it'll be much easier for you, like
Okay.
because you're just gonna understand how to make this cake, how to make it fluffy, how to make it soft, it's not crumbly, like
I love
you
that.
just, and then we're gonna make a crumbly cake after that, so you can know what the technique is to do the crumbly cake, and then you want to do a soft chiffon cake, you know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
so like if I want to make this crumbly, then I do it this way. But if I don't want it, like, and if you want to do it somewhere in the middle, experiment with that,
Right.
Oh,
Right.
you're incredible. I love that. We love that.
Nice.
What a concept. So you get a culinary one-on-one experience with a chemistry lesson and mixed
Right.
with some botany because we're talking about an herbal medicinal healing that's
Exactly.
incorporated. I'm just trying to break it down, y'all. And anybody who's interested, hit this lady up. Please tell
Hit
us
me
how.
up.
Yeah, she'll tell you how to get a hold of her.
And make sure
Hit me
have
up.
her $500, because best believe she not working unless you pay her. You damn right.
Well, also like Zoom is less,
Okay, how much is a Zoom one?
A Zoom is 300.
Okay.
It's but
Okay.
the only thing about Zoom is that you have to get I have a list of things for you to get. so we can have a smooth lesson.
Nice.
Because
nice.
I can't be like, oh, okay, Nike, you're gonna use a rubber spatula, and you're like looking around like, oh man,
right.
like it's
So
like
she
little
might
simple things like that, like. So if you come to me, I'll have everything. You can take pictures. Like I'll give you the whole Amazon list if you want.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
after and like I said, it's a nice like kind of bonding moment. So like
Oh,
it's
hell
kind of like
yes,
I want you to be able
definitely.
to like be comfortable enough like at the end of me and you like sitting here for like 4 or 5 hours. I want you to be comfortable enough to like call me after like, yo, I'm having a problem with this. Like, can I whatever?
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to do this? And I'm like, okay, yeah. Like this is, or like we'll figure it out together.
That's beautiful. Do you have any other hustles besides this one?
I also own the People's Cafe in New York City, in like Midtown. We're on 37th Street.
Oh
7th
shit!
Avenue.
Why didn't you lead with
Yeah,
that?
it's up in, well, I mean, because we were talking about cannabis,
Of
and
course.
honestly, that's my first love. Cannabis is my
Beautiful.
first love. And so, I wanted to talk about that too. But yeah, me and my sister opened it. We took over the cafe in February of this year. So we're still like figuring things out,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. We're still figuring it out, but like it's been a dream of ours for a long time. So we're fighting for it.
So cooking and baking is huge in the family.
My sister is a beast in the kitchen. Like
Yeah.
she's a beast in the kitchen. Like she like everything she makes.
Down too. So do you do like cuisine, or what's your specialty?
No, we we should have to. Sometimes we make Filipino food. I mean, it's really like the cafe is part of the People's Forum, so we cater to their staff as well. So it's really like we get to kind of decide like what we want to like make like on a daily. Like yeah, we have a set menu, but like we have like different specials. So it's just like, oh, okay, it's raining today. Let's make like a veggie curry soup and serve it with paratha.
Wow, that's
We'll do things like that.
Queen.
So
Queens.
yeah, it's nice, and the community that we have because of the cafe, like that's something worth fighting for. Period. So
Wow.
like we're doing it. I'm a little stressed, but I'm okay. I don't know. Like okay, I don't know about writing a cookbook. My sister should write a cookbook, but I seen her cook. She doesn't like measure anything. She kind of just like, and me, I'm like, okay, like she'll tell me, oh, can you do this? Like, can you cook this? And I was like, okay, but how much like salt, whatever. And I'm asking how many grams of salt. She's like, grams. I'm like, I told you. Like I need a scale. Like
you
this
need
is
numbers,
how I
right?
work.
You do it by the numbers, and she do it just by how Black people do it. Just as it would stop when it feel good. Stop when it feel good.
Because for me, like I am like kind of like obsessed. I'm really obsessed where I just want to kind of like know that each time I make a dish, each time that I make like a baked good, everything that always tastes the same. And so I think that's why it's easy for me to teach people.
Right.
Because like I'm gonna tell you, like I'm gonna tell you how to do it. But if you don't listen to me, that's your fault.
Right.
Or you might discover something.
Yeah.
That I don't know. In that case, hit me up. Like because I shared knowledge. So it's a community.
That's beautiful. You know what? You guys are accomplishing what a lot cannot accomplish, including myself, and that's sometimes working with family. So what do you think is your secret with you and your sister being so successful together?
Yeah, that's crazy. I think like after years of like loving each other as sisters, we're like learning like more like how to love each other, like how you need to be loved
How to be grown and
than
in love.
like how I want to love you.
Indeed.
You know, yes, I want to do that. Yes, and we do have moments of that too. Like we're human. But like after a while you kind of pause and you're just like, all right. Like when I did this business, when we started this business, we spoke and I was just like, you know, we're gonna have to really always like stay respectful to each other, no matter what happens. You know, we have to keep each other good. Like we can't. Like
Exactly.
this is not gonna come between us. Like we fought for this. We
Right.
fought all the way. Like we got this out of the mud, and so to just mess it up, like because we're having a bad day, it's not worth it.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, we have bad days,
Of
but
course.
still, it's not. Maybe it gets semi-toxic for like 5 minutes, 10,
Right. I feel
and
it.
then like radio silence for like an hour or two, and then it's like, yo, I'm sorry, that was toxic.
I mean, as long
I'm
you know,
working on it.
again, you're doing it the grown way. You're doing
Right.
it the grown and responsible way. You're
Exactly.
considering everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? You have human moments, and then you come back and go, all right, let's make up and figure this out so we can move on and keep going in our success mode. You know what I mean?
Because you guys both have the greater picture in mind. You feel me? I
Mhm.
feel very much the same way with Kai, but you know, we don't really have toxic moments. It's just like we trust each other, but we're also not blood sisters to where I be giving that shade to my sisters because that's how we grew up or whatever.
Right.
And that's our, I guess trauma responses to each other. But it's beautiful to be able to choose your circle at the same time. So thank you for that advice. That's really huge because I think it's a blessing when you can work with your family, and why not? You know what I mean? But not everybody's ready for that, and that's okay too.
I mean, it has to be the right family member too. You
Boom.
know, like it has
That
to go
too.
both ways.
That too.
You
Boom.
know, we're both not perfect, but we both really try.
Mm-hmm. And the fact is, like you said, it's just because your family doesn't automatically mean that you'll get along, love, and be all in a good space with each other. Because you know what I mean. There's times there's family members that shit I could say definitely we not in a good space, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's okay. It's okay to just accept that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But it
And it's
doesn't
okay.
stop anything, doesn't
Mhm.
have to stop anything. Wow, how awesome. So you have a cafe going on, and then you have a 4-year-old. What is your work-life balance like?
Hmm. I don't know, and that's what I'm striving for. Balance is what I'm striving for.
Okay.
Now that I have a little more free time because, like I said, my child's father, he does like take him like half the time. So I try to like make sure that I take care of myself. Number one, that means like being mindful for even like 10 minutes, you know, just sit down and just be like, you know what, let's just forget about everything right now. Let me just breathe it out. Like, let me just be in this moment. And it helps, you know?
Definitely.
Also, like going to the gym, like sweating it out, like that endorphin high is free. And it makes you feel great, you know? And like people are just like, oh, what are you going to the gym for? Do you have a goal? Like yeah, mental clarity. Like
Boom.
Exactly. Never
because
mind the fact that you ain't even gotta explain nothing to nobody. The fuck?
no, but like people always think like, when you tell them, oh yeah, I'm going to the gym, like people always think like, oh, you're trying to lose weight, whatever it is that. Like,
Right.
I just want to stay sane. Like this world is crazy. And it helps to kind of like exert some energy out, and then my work at the cafe is like, that's where most of my community is. So like I'm there like 5 days a week. We're only open 5 days a week. So
Good.
That's
a
what's
good,
up. That's
Valid.
Yeah,
what's up.
so I still have like the 2 days. Like I definitely like if I have my son on Sunday, you know. And I really do try to just have like that one-on-one. Like before it was like I felt like I needed to like keep taking him places, like because I wanted to like quality time is like one of my favorite. Like that's my one of my love languages, like quality time.
Word,
And
word.
I kind of started putting pressure on myself to be like, no, we got to be doing something, you know. But now it's just like I know that it's just like even today, what we did was I just pulled out all his toys and I like did this. Like, you want to donate this, whatever, and it was just like us kind of like even spending that time and like make his room in order. Like I really like that. I don't know.
Beautiful.
I
No,
was
that's what's
tired.
up. That's what's up.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And we definitely appreciate your time coming on the show. Make sure we want to make sure and give you a moment to, tell us your all your social media, websites. You know what I'm saying? We already let people know in triplicate. You hit this girl up, you better have her $500.
I can't.
So, you know
Or
what I'm saying?
300
Even
on this
on
thing, but
Zoom,
you
you
don't
better
have to
have
buy.
you better have 300 and you better be prepared with all the goddamn articles or else she going to end call real quick, like click, and I already got your money, motherfucker. Click. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, tell us all your information.
I have an Instagram and it's at Baked by Her Highness. Like BA. Wow, I'm high. BAKED.
Girl, you know what? Don't even spell it.
HER.
Because I'm gonna make sure and put it in the description.
Okay, great.
When we drop the video, it's all good. But yes, you on Instagram, Baked by Her Highness, and you got a website?
Yeah, bakedbyherhighness.com.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Super straightforward.
Love it.
But yeah, man, like I said, we are definitely glad we are on the show. You know what I mean? We definitely, if you have any shows or anything that you're going to do in the future, definitely hit us up and let us know because we will absolutely advertise your shit for you. And on top of the fact, if you've been following us on Instagram, you know that we are connected with a magazine called Fuego Magazine. It's an all women cannabis magazine that's just started in July, and advertising space is definitely available. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. Well, so you could definitely check her out as well. And like I said, thank you for being on the show. We absolutely appreciate your presence and everything you bring to the cannabis industry.
Thank you.
And on the note of sex, do you fuck yourself or are you fucking somebody else right now?
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
That's always the last subject on the call. By the way, if you've watched an episode or 3.
I fuck myself.
Oh,
well, good then. That's what's up. As long as we fucking.
Hey, no, seriously. And you know what? I have not gone this long without having sex.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. You know.
Hey, as you should.
I'm working up to it.
I used to just throw my pussy at everything, you know what I mean? So
now
it's not like I don't
Lord
know. It's not like it's not for me right now. It's not that simple because I feel like spiritually and like career-wise, like I'm up here. So you have to meet me up here.
Not everybody's worth this good pussy, baby. And that's what I was missing. I was forgetting that fact. And if you are in a space right now where you want to be sexually free, like just do it, but just know what your intentions are. Like,
I don't want to be whack.
And be more careful.
Like it has to be great.
And this baby is a manifestation of
not being careful.
On some real shit.
On some real keep it 100 shit. Yes. And on that note, thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Baked by Her Highness.
Meet up in 20 minutes.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right, now.